So, Honor, at this point, do you get anxious for the season? Or are you just still worried day-to-day practice? Where are you in terms of your anxiety level?
I think it's a little bit of both. With the way Coach Hodge coaches, you kind of just got to stay in the moment and focus on the next day at hand. But, of course, especially as of today, Thursday, we play Saturday. So, it brings a good anxious feeling to get back into the action. I watched the Oklahoma State-Auburn game, and it gets you, when you watch basketball, it's like, okay, yeah, I want to play. So I think, it's a little bit of both, just staying in the moment of practice and getting better with my teammates, but also understanding that this season is approaching. It's here. It's knocking on the door.
How'd you get out of weights?
I lifted early because it was supposed to be me first, but then I guess they flipped it. It was supposed to be Harlan, so it was a miscommunication. But I lifted early so I could get here on time.
Separate from the
No, I lift with them, but I just lifted early. Like as soon as practice ended, I lifted just to make sure I got here on time.
We're going to talk to him afterward. What do you see from him? Ross was saying pretty skilled 7-footer. What do you see from Harlan?
It's crazy. I feel like at times, sometimes he's too unselfish. He's a great team player and he gets us going. Like his energy is infectious. Anytime he scored, makes an assist, you would think he scored after the assist because he's just so energetic. And he brings that fire that we need night in and night out. Obviously, he's a big body. You can't replace that. So obviously he was hurt a little bit of this process in the preseason, but he's getting back into it now, and we're excited to have him back, and obviously we're gonna need him.
What's it like running off a ball screen on him?
he makes sure he hits somebody for sure. So if you see me get some open, we don't have a lot of plays where it's like I'm coming off of him because he gonna make sure he hits that person. And then, like I said, he gets excited as if he hit the shot after I hit the three, and that's what I love about him the most. He's the most unselfish player on our team, which in reality he should be one of the most selfish because of how big in his presence. But you would never know that. So I appreciate him.
Favorite shot? Obviously, I'm sure it's a three, but off a curl, step in. What do you think you do best? What do you like best?
Funny enough, I actually don't like wide open shots. Like I start to overthink it a little bit. Like why is no one here? So I kind of like the ball in my left hand, stepping back to my left 3-pointer. That's my go-to. If it's late clock, I'm probably gonna try to get a move to get to my step back in my left hand, and I think it's pretty unguardable. I get my shot up fast and high, so I think that would be my go-to shot. It's my favorite shot.
So now every team's going to take away that left hand.
It's hard. It's hard to do, but I hear you.
What about transition? Is it you comfortable to wherever if you're open in transition?
Yeah, I appreciate this coaching staff and Coach Hodge because they kind of, if I don't shoot it, it's a problem. Not if I do shoot it. He actually. I don't think he's gotten on me about a shot I've taken yet, but he's gotten on me about shots I haven't taken. So in transition, I do, obviously in my old school channel, we like to play fast and push it. So if I can see the rim, it's going up. So I think, he's put me in positions to where if we push the ball, let it go. If he always says, if I see the rim, let it go. So, he has full confidence in me to shoot those shots.
Just listening to you the last time, your prior coaches scheme more to get shots? Would you say offensively in a half-court set? Was there more scheming, more play designs, or was it player-driven? How did it go about, and how was it compared to now?
I think it's a little bit of both. At Chat, it was more player-led. We kind of ran a Princeton style, so we kind of ran through the center. He kind of made decisions. We cut off him, play with the other side. I think after my sophomore year, so last season, team started to double team, face guard me. So then we became more schematic where it's like, okay, how can we had a meeting actually, it was a long meeting. I remember it was after the Mercer game. We had a meeting for an hour in the hotel, and he kind of just what can we do to get you some more shots? And we kind of developed more plays and schemes, like you said, within our offense to kind of get me going. So I would say it was a little bit of both, player driven, but.
And what about here?
Here it's more schematic, I would say. I think we run a lot of schemes, a lot of plays to get into other actions. So he'll call a play, we run that play, and if I can't get a shot off that, it's like, okay, next action, let's go. So it's a little bit of both here too. I'll say it's more player driven. He doesn't really call a lot of plays. He might call something to start if it's a walk up, but it's kind of just like play. So I appreciate that too from Coach Hodge.
You mentioned you were watching the Auburn-Oklahoma State game. This early, are you watching to see what Oklahoma State might bring, or are you just watching to watch basketball?
For sure. Once I saw that game was something I can watch, sometimes you got to pay for it, so especially exhibitions, but to be able to just watch it on YouTube, we actually watched it as a group. It was me, Harlan, Mo, Jackson, Bilo. We all watched it, sat there. talked about it, what we saw. They're all right. They're cool. They're going to be pretty good. So, just kind of picking up on what they have and what they can, bring this season. Obviously, do we play them twice? Does anybody know that? Well, we got to play them. So, definitely watching to see, what they bring.
Big 12 poll came out. You guys talk about amongst yourself about it, or just go about your business?
I didn't even know it came out. It did. Oh, I didn't know. What were we picked?
Answered at 11.
Oof, that's fine. I mean, we figured that. I mean, we talked about that as a group. But I mean, Coach Hodge has that personality where he's always been. I think I saw something where he's always been picked lower than he finished in his head coaching career. So we're not worried about that. We'll prove a lot of people wrong. I can guarantee that.
If you can just kind of divulge a little bit here, when you're in transition on this offense, it seems like it'd be pretty fun, maybe dangerous. I don't know, but like Chance and Brennan are big guys who can really run the floor.
Yeah.
You and Trayson can space it. I'm assuming Jasper knows what to do, but
Yeah.
you're smiling. I'm guessing you've seen some of this too. Like, what is it like when you got those parts on the floor, big guys who can run, shooters who can space, and all of a sudden that half court becomes just much bigger?
It's difficult for the defense, and trust me, I've been on both sides already in this practice, and the times we've practiced. It's so tough for the defenders because we do like to space the floor. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing we say is flatten out the defense. So you have me and Trayson spreading it out, so you can't really help off us. And if you do, we're letting it go. And then you got Brennan and Chance who get downhill. We call them downhill gangsters. That's what we call them. And, when they get the ball and drive downhill, it's hard to stop them. So especially in transition, you kind of have to pick your poison. Am I going to stop, Trayson or Honor up there at the three-point line? Then I'm pitching it ahead to Bilo, let him, and then Bilo's unselfish sometimes, too unselfish as well. So when he drives, he makes great plays for his size. So I think we're going to be hard to kind of halt and make a quick decision on because there's so many threats.
I know it's very early, but do you see that being a strength or maybe even a necessity just because of, let's just say, size concerns on rebounding? And if you can steal a rebound or a turnover before the other team gets to set up, hey, you can go run by him and try to get early offense and work from there. Something I think you probably feel good about, but is that going to be something you have to do?
I wouldn't necessarily say have to, but it's definitely something that he's looking to do more. I think in recent years, Coach Hodge's teams, have been a little bit of both. Sometimes slow it down, slow the game down, control it. He likes to control the game. But this year, I think, he's kind of emphasized, he wants to play a little faster and push the ball if need be and if we see it available. So I definitely think it's not necessarily a necessity, but something that we want to work towards to do a little bit more.
Ross like during practice? We see him here. He's friendly. He smiles. I'm sure in practice there are other sides. What is he like? What's the intensity level like with him?
Through the roof. I mean, the thing I do like about Coach Hodge is he'll get on you. He'll get on you. He'll make sure that you're being the best player you can be and doing it within his viewpoint and perspective. However, he's probably one of the most approachable coaches I've had besides my last coach, where it's like I can still talk to him. Like I can come up to him even after he just yelled at me for turning the ball over. I could come up to him and be like, okay, here I saw this and he'll walk you through it. He'll talk to you like a normal human being. That's what I appreciate about him. He's gonna put you in your place, but also he's gonna make sure that you understand it from his point in the most calming way he can. So I really do respect that about him. But yeah, he's intense. You don't want to mess up too much. You're gonna make sure you're in the right spot, doing the right thing to make sure he doesn't come down on you. But when he brings that intensity, it just spreads throughout the team. And I think that's what he wants to do, kind of impersonate, and lead by example. And I think he does a great job of that.
You got a story about the first time he lost it?
About anybody or just me?
Well, anybody, yeah. First time you guys, or was there not anything that really jumps out?
We were scrimmaging the TBT team, and we had like 5 turnovers back to back. They picked up full court, and we hadn't really seen that up to that point because we just been playing each other. So they hard hedged. So I threw one away. I think Trayson had like 2 turnovers back to back. Jasper threw the ball away. He caught timeout and lost it. I think he almost broke the clipboard. He lost it. He was yelling at us, Trayson's face, yelling at me in my face. Jasper, come on, dude. But nah, he's funny. He's funny. But again, it's funny because after that, he'll just calm down. Then he'll be like, okay, now I want you to do this. Is it like he doesn't keep it? And that's what I like about him. He keeps the main thing. But yeah, TBT, that's probably the worst I've seen it up to this point. He was livid.
That's pretty intense for a scrimmage against the TBT
Oh yeah,
guy.
no, he even against each other. Today he got on me. We had to run the 22. I turned the ball over, but I've never seen nothing like the TBT though. Like today was, yeah, I take it. Like, you know, you gotta listen to what he's saying, not how he's saying it. TBT, I was listening to how he's saying it. he was on hots, but nah, yeah, he takes everything seriously. Practice. He always says, don't take anything for granted. If you're practicing, if you're scrimmaging, always, you know, go 100%. He's gonna coach 100%. That's why I said it's infectious to the team.
Is there a punishment drill if you do something wrong? What, you know, I mean, Bob Huggins used to have the treadmill. When you guys mess up, does he have a punishment that you guys got to do? Run.
You just
something?
run.
Just
I think was it Monday? I think Monday I ran like 4.9 miles or something like that. It was ridiculous. Like, but it was kind of that practice where it's like, if you don't do it right, as he said, on the line. So like, if I drop my hands for 1 second, on the line. So we ran a lot Monday. That was one of the hardest practices I've ever had in my life.
On the line, word you don't want to hear.
Don't want to hear it. If he says 22, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it at all.
Anything else? Thanks. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.